Greetings, mortals. This is Zephus the Dragon. Welcome to another live stream. This is Tavern Talk, going along with Coffee Talk and Techno Banter. I've been doing a lot of those talking games. They were all the Coffee Talk games I wanted to do for a while, and they were on sale, so I decided to pick one of them up, and then I picked up the other one. And then Tavern Talk and Techno Banter came out about the same time-ish. Also the same time as the update for Star Wars Hunters. But Hunters I will definitely play every time it updates, so I played that first. So now I'm circling back around and getting through all of the talking games that I wanted to play so we can move on to other things. But anyway, Tavern Talk looked interesting. Unlike Coffee Talk, which takes place in a modern fantasy setting, Tavern Talk takes place in a pure fantasy setting. So a little slightly different, but nonetheless. And of course, Techno Banter is Techno Banter, which I highly recommend. Anybody that's listening to this plays that game. It is weird, but yet it is oddly satisfying. And the concept of there are a lot of hidden details and stuff in that game, and some of it's just downright hilarious. So it's good times. I had fun with it in any case. Anyway, let me check for some reason my stream is not catching up to the fact that I did that. Okay, it's being weird. Anyway, so we're going to jump in here. I already got the settings for speed and all that other stuff. My pronouns are he. I do like that. That is nice. But there's...
Once upon a time in a world far, far away.
This one's probably going to have a lot more speaking than Coffee Talk.
In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia. Not that far away. There was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, you know, a lot of things. Yeah, I have a feeling, like I said, this game's got a lot more lighthearted than Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk went into some really deep subjects, especially the more you played it. Okay, so there's a little less talking than that. Let's see what we got here. So we got characters. Obviously, we don't have the phone from Coffee Talk, so we have different things here. So we've got Frosted Lagoon, Swift Strike, Spoken Heart, Southern Brawler, and Sparkling Nebula. So far. Ingredients: Ignis, Strength, Canto for Charisma, Pluma, Quicker, Better, Faster, Stronger. Perhaps not the last one. Stat: Strength, Charisma, Dexterity. That's it. I can't change the page on this one. Infusions, I don't know any. And then the lands: Northern Republic, Boreas. Wow, there's a lot of They're like, oh, let's go into a lot of the nitty gritty of this world, so to speak. Wayfarer's Inn. There we go. Autoplay. Fable. Is Fable gonna spin me a fable? Stones, trees. Same hydro guarding the Evis Avalon, same moss. Water the asters. They didn't need it, but I was there, so. Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling and sauces. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. Peanuts aren't nuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. Hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? They don't know what anaphylactic shock is in the fantasy world? Come on. It's missing some spice. No. Very sensitive stuff. I don't think chilies would help me much. Growing Phoenix chilies. That's good. Talking about spice in your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes. Exactly. That's it. No chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Classic case of boredom, I see. Nothing exciting going on in your life. It's not bad, just not particularly fun. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to theater or a gala, arrive in a hot air balloon. Hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. Apart from that, I've tried singing, but singing is not the telling of a tale. The thing is I never lived through anything. What do you mean? Day in, day out, I live the same green super routines. My forest, I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero sliding my drakes. I wish to be pretty nymph resting by the lakes. It sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps at a nice flow. But nothing actually happens. I just wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. Let's think about the exciting magical things I encounter. Alright, so we unlocked Fable's character. Fable Verafina, kin, elf, age 110, pronouns they, class ranger, background Ashen Grove, alignment neutral good, arcana the Hanged Man. Oh, yay. The Hanged Man does represent stagnation. Honestly, the most exciting thing in the Lavalier Tavern is discovering new drinks. All songs you write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can you mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means Swift Strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. A feather-like nymph floating in waves of sunny lake. With a nymph or be a nymph? Both? Mostly I want a Swift Strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, when coming to your tavern, so I don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or just summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Mixed drinksing Mick. Good gosh, I can't speak today. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. That's what I look like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I figure out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they order, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I look for specific, I check my details. I do keep a log, just in case. Browse my recipes. Freehand mix something, see what sticks. No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I settle one, I can use a chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or pick a different recipe. Ingredients are stored in 5 bottles on the right. Dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Dexterity, taste to taste. I was failing, you might say that. If I mess up or want to do my drink for any reason, I simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay, so Swift Strike. Oh, that's how you turn a page. I missed that. Okay. Temps for intelligence and Frigus for defense. And then there's also infusions, which I haven't gotten to yet, like I said. How do I select draw recipe? Oh, there we go. Pin recipe. Swift Strike. Oh. Okay. Oh, pet. There we go. Drink is not finished yet. Oh. Does it have to have all 4? Has to be a recipe that fits. That. Oh. I see. Okay, hold up. Here, have some of that. I see. It needs a little bit of something else. Whoops, I accidentally erased the thing. This thing was a lot different than Coffee Talk, that is for sure. Okay. So it needs one of these. And then it needs one of these. And then one of these. Ah, I see. Now it's finished. I got it. It actually does teleport. Of course it does. What do you think was happening? That we're just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. You made that. Showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'll be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Hello, mysterious stranger that just appeared out of nowhere. How can I help you? Mysterious stranger that appeared out of nowhere. Oh, my thing's on. A drink. For you? No, for the bird behind me. Right, what kind? Wow. Drinkable. Wow. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. So Spoken Heart is 3 parts charisma. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 part combat. Whoops. Oopsies. A little too much. Here, Andu. Andu? Oh, that's funny. His name's Andu, as in undo. And then a little bit of defense. Go. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. I almost washed away the memories of that banshee haunting Lonesome Lagoon at night, and her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Song of bones and water. Rumor, huh? Okay, where do rumors go? Aha! Banshee is haunting the Lonesome Lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully, hyperbole. Yeah, I can move it wherever. That's great. I like that. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't it be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brothers say dreams are a fool's errand. That's why I'm running where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods like a stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. Is this what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life full of adventure. Boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. I want to sing songs about my adventure to make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I can never leave Ashen Grove forever. It's my home. There's nothing wrong with going away from time to time. I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Map. We're in the Northern Republic, right? Ashen Grove, the largest forest of the continent. It's a magic forest, mysterious fog. No one knows what the fog called Ashen Grove home. Sylvan spirits in the Veil of the Spirit Realm. Within at night, the clan of elves watch over the Ashen Grove, each of them guarding certain parts of the forest. The forest intimately, they ensure no one has to walk through it alone. The shore of the west of the forest is called the Quag Mangrove. Dangerous place even most of the elves avoid. Rumor has a gruesome, brutal beast live there. Isn't that what the rumor said also? Oh, Lonesome Lagoon. Where's that? Zenith, Northern, Ashen Grove, Highlands, Forbidden Valley, Southern Republic, Pale Woods. Moon Swamp, Mossbury, Amber Isles, interesting. It's not anywhere listed here, at least not directly. Do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, innkeep. Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? Name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn. Well, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? I can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no quest for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up on Terrigan. Terra's I've teared sheep apart the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Another rumor, huh? Also, Carolyn Pitoniak. A Vulcakin. Jeez Louise. 36. She. Class B Slayer. Comes from Arrowve. Chaotic good. And the Chariot. Chariot represents strength through all matters. Well, no, strength represents strength through all matters. Chariot represents the ability to plow through problems. Basically. Tell me about... There we go. Roaming around Tagarin. I think that's in the Northern Republic, right? Yeah, here we go. Tagarin has a unique charm with expansive fields of wheat that sway in the gentle breeze all around the town. The fields yield so much harvest that some of it's exported to cities beyond even the capital. Its pumpkins are popular too. Various plants, there's also an abundance of farm animals around like sheep, cows, and chickens. Amidst the idyllic scenery, the entire town looks optimistically into the future, knowing they can overcome any and all problems that head their way. Fun. Cute. Love it. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Just checking something real quick. I still want to know that freaking lagoon is located. It sounds like it's probably in Mossbury. Great Water Highway, I mean, you know. Windmore, Pale Woods, Themis. Arrow, there's everybody. Mountain Range. That's where the werewolves come from, apparently. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Listen, me too. Didn't see one almost a decade as far south as Arrowway. Wonder if it's the same one, just moved up like a nomad. Thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, just decided to do two camps. Team Werewolf and Team Vampire. Another reference to... Yeesh. Anyway, another reference to that movie that shall not be named. Anyway, another rumor. Werewolf was previously Arrowve, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Which one are you in, Keep? Team Werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone told you you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time, at least twice a day. The downside of looking like a wolf gets mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid you might look too much like my Uncle Jerry and would feel bad slaying the fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, she had it coming. Hag had it coming. Never follow grooming schedules. Want to be hot as hell so you can strike you down. Do you have calls on werewolves? Eh, don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, it's on the werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else I'll get done rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into danger just playing fetch? That works. Or any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn. Rumor, werewolf's secret weakness is playing, apparently, no, come on. Move out of the way. There we go. A Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. Also, oh. No, 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 not the S. No, 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 no. No, 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 not the S. The S snuck its way into this fantasy world. Not that hard either. Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name or just Innkeep? Just Innkeep. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? Something strong, probably. Powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. Give me that watered down muck instead. Yep. A lot of strength. It's a southern brawler, right? Yep. So 3-part strength. 1, 2, 3. 3-part strength. 1 part charisma. And 1 part defense. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where do you head from here? Hatsback's west of the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business? Care to elaborate? No. That's a succinct answer. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? Nope. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did some complaining about undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. Make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. Undead snails, huh? Nope. Whoops, wrong one. Unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. I mean, I guess it poses a problem? Wait, where's the quest? Is it just rumors right now? Yeah, there's no actual quest, just rumors. Anyway, something like that. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think that's not much use digging up the past. Opening wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I'm philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors from me, I need a don't shy away of coming back. More of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. Be sure to work back. I'll be waiting. You can remember to know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Fine. I guess we got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Alright, sort the rumors you've collected. Written down in my journal so don't forget. Smart. Match the snippets on your quest page, or drag them over and make sure they all for the same quest. Otherwise you end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours to be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Carolyn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble the quest. Alright, so werewolf. They play fetch. Complete the quest. Werewolf on detours. Werewolf will pass the Wayfarers in, reporting werewolf make me up Tyrion from Irvith. They pose a potential threat to both hapless sheep and villagers. Werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tegarin from this werewolf mayhem? Cool. I have a quest now, apparently. Act 2, The Wayfarer's Inn. 2, Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake, start day. Uh-oh. Fable. What do you have there, Fable? Found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf Tarzan Tegrin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you? Looking for. One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe? No, just not just maybe. Since yesterday all I was really thinking about was telling me how to follow my heart. And I step in your tavern, the quack jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start of adventure. It's near a forest. You know, forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are pictures, normal wolves just get scary because they're all human. You've been talked to humans before. You get silver arrows for your birthday last year. They're just collecting dust in your room. And thought I could ask you if anyone has taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because of what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow? I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. Well, it wouldn't matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable. Yes. Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Never to make a decision, I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones. Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just pick them up from the forest floor. I think I have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take more time we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well. I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses. But it would make a good start for a song, right? Prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. Worms? Doesn't seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, I start thinking more deeply about what might happen. All my bones start shaking. I feel dizzy. Something make you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats that go back and prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the amaranthine hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. The Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. The fog bears great danger to anyone acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant met up to and reminded me. I agreed to help, of course, my first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, I had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condensing glares on my back as I walked into the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared. But my fear got a hold of me, I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I let them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home of the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if you really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I let them right under their arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. And they fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. On the riverbanks of the Shivermere hides a Mary Morgan, a wrathful spirit prone to drowning men, women, and everything in between. Oh yeah, also. Carolyn is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like to be mistaken for one either. Oh, hey, look at that. That's cool. Shows you where the quest is. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughing stock of every one of their gatherings. How might I set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern Kamara that resides in the Quack Mangrove. Say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't? But I didn't. First encounter. Well, the day after I arrived to guard the portal of the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought some homemade biscuits. It burned them a little in the oven. But it's fire breath I wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthian Hydra. And I have the whole speech prepared. I'm going to look forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it's so tall and intimidating I forgot all about what I was going to say. So I just sat down on the biscuits, smiled awkwardly. Looked at my biscuits and then at me, and then it said, by the rivers and stars stands a man who reads from his past. Some things are sturdy as gilded ice. Some things are changing in Leviathan Sea. All Camaros hate mice, all Hydras love tea. I thought to myself, wow. The High Man gave me a riddle. A quest. Maybe it should be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left and tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. It was too ashamed to step forward either, as they not worthy of its wisdom. Didn't take any more. I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If I had needed an antidote, it would have died. Whatever calves are about useful as an antidote when you're not poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. We've got another rumor here. Wyvern Chimera resides in the Cove Mangrove. Adventurers Barrow, you might be on its menu. According to the Amaranthian Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it's just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Oh, interesting. So, there's a chimera. Okay. So Chimera's hatred for mice is universal truth, and a wyvern chimera resides in Quagman Grove. So those two things right there are a clue, obviously. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky wherever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one snail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. It'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. Seems like my only path the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. Ease the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I offered them to adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting other flowers to make them any happier is embarrassing. Made a good story for you to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about with me, more at me. Maybe they'd laugh with you if you chose not to run away. It's had a cruel sense of humor someone hasn't actually shown you anything yet. Not everything you just think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes. Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. Make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest. For example, don't you think I'm a little underleveled? You think I'm going to change by sitting around? Why am I yawning so much? Jeez Louise. I guess not. Someone has to help these people, right? What if I go and no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best you can do is try to help them. So what if another venture swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, it's the perfect hero they want. They'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I scrub, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero. Charmer of nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers, and I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight in it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just hungry like, and after it all, it just needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it for one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It can change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry, backseat mixing. Let's see, I can either make her charismatic with a spoken heart. I can make her quick with swift strike. I know that obviously swift strike would be useful, but it'd be interesting to see what spoken heart does. I'm curious about that. Let's do that. So we need 3 parts charisma. And then 1 part strength. And 1 part defense. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. But farming. No, wait. That sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There's a lot of farmers in Tagarin. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. Just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking of how much your words helped me yesterday. How about I thank you properly if I ever did taking up a quest? So? I brought you some Phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. We plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift. Waiting for another shipment of infusement in a few days. I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll drink with some next time. Didn't print the auto one. Oh well. First I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. You again. You again. Literally, I was thinking, me again. And who are you? Somebody. Someone who wants a drink. Yep. What kind? Drink. Yes, yes. I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Again, 3 parts charisma. One part strength. And 1 part defense. Or toughness. Or whatever they want to call it. Fortitude. Defense. Yeah, they just call it defense. Spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might maybe come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Oh dear. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not one of those empty babblers. I can confidently say I am all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems they give me more dialogue options than most, but that doesn't convince me yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intelligence. Wouldn't surprise me there's actually a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different than your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Don't worry much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. The thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape? That's not his cape. The green fell on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how this happened? You just did. Maybe offer you a drink in exchange for the story in your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquet Dusang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood, or if you're out of yourself for something that tastes like blood. Or it looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something red in it. Red, huh? Yeah, that's a southern brawler. Also, what is this? Infusions. I guess that's later. Okay. Anyway, southern brawler. That's red. 3-part strength. One part defense. And 1 part charisma. It's almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. It looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser you let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Fostrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like the mountain or caves of Ur. Oh, those frosted lagoons look close enough. Coming right up. I don't think I've ever made a frosted lagoon yet. Frosted lagoon is 3 parts defense. Oops, a little bit more. There we go. 3 parts defense. 1 part strength. And 1 part charisma. Taste of Ur, just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting on the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just like I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolomir with a trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Real big pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp, gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we go looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills ye. Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when I had that ooze slurp me gold, I had to do something. So he took me shovel and dug and hit until there's nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh, yes. Big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Borovia. Perhaps I can give me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah. We did? Please allow me to question. What was that deal again? You go to Borovia and you participate in your fancy vampire back. We're trying to get gold. What about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. All right, let's see what we got here. So, another rumor. A quirky vampire looking for his cape. He seemed a bit confused, wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. Ray is a hot-headed dwarf and pretty much around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever any of that means, and seemed to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de Sang. And then, nothing about Fable yet. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosity, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I puts me capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find something to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal. I could put a quest for you, but for more than that, we need a little bit of information. Good luck with that. First thing to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire basket host. Well, getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. Of course, I gotta find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's moody sometimes. It's truly unfortunate when I'm wearing it for an important event. How important events cape for flaunting your vampire status? Of course. And the last vampire even wore a cape too. Me, what? My wedding? Your wedding? When I married Miss Sweet Evelyn, I had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important it was she is to me. Evelyn, the vampire countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape. Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had to take it out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trust her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer that are brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? Sweet Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventure. We're setting up the search right now. So, where will that brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of the mountain range, it looks like my witch's bosom towers a queen of darkness. Temptress of men. Flamenco champion of 1467. Right hero should be outsmarted her with escape of their life. But be wary. She bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'll be sure you have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. So another frosted lagoon, huh? Do-do-do-do. So liquid Samia for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. Might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink without consuming my thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. It ails you. The whole way complaining about having to walk. I haven't done look. I was probably slightly heavy on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. Pie the dragons could be because you insisted on sunbathing. Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perhaps I'll moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, we have to try to power Chimera Salver for sun protection. A chimera? Thing base made of several animals. 3 heads in all. The dragon's a guard guy likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware. I just didn't know saliva could be so useful. Ah. If I had eaten that delicate bear chimera in the Skylight Caves, I asked for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? What are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we could alter our deal. Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. Not being shovel and ooze, Goop would be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk more mortals caressing sunlight once more? Fearless Venture picks up and succeeds, especially that part. Seeing our beloved Cape, however, it seems he also did have a lot more than just a few memories and his marbles. He wasn't married to other than a vampire cast in Marrow Castle and enjoyed sunbathing. Maybe a tad too much. Okay, so there's the vampire. There's the thing for chimeras. And then the quirky vampire. Quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say and keep while we wait for this work. Perhaps a room or two? Perhaps a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave me more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll be a real boy one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Okay, so that's the vampire one. Hatred for mice is universal truth. Deep in the crag, mangroves revives a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasure to the alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may use it to rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective you could walk in broad daylight. Is there an adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Okay, and then the vampire. Quirky vampire looking for his cape. Witch's Peak, Countess Evelyn. Midsummer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his capability at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, he discovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware she might be invisible. Completed 2 quests. Ugh, give me. Like I said, I'm yawning a lot. Also, we have to see what Fable got up to. Wayfarer's Inn 3. New friends and former enemies. Should be infused with have fey crystals and frozen pine cones. It's not in the book yet. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll pack them later with time. Feeling be some use soon. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Carolyn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Literally. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? Sorry, you didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? We'd be renewing, but they did help me solve a family feud of 10 years. I would do a dishwasher at least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was going to kill him. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died. No. Alfie was here and was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does it perchance have to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot? You're confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember saying you didn't want the quest, Carolyn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. I think this will lead to a successful quest. Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest, Fable. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the border of Tigrin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there. Catch a glimpse of wide fields of vineyards of one from another. Idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can steal more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thank gods, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do could turn your head away all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing to keep quiet. Your ears are failing and being small. So I snuck closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Go evening, werewolf, please put down the sheep." I didn't expect to be entirely in her right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought I might confuse her and maybe we would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and thinks they can do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? The confusion plan had worked, but hadn't expected that response. So I said again, please do put down the sheep. And she asked why, and I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, who are you, a guard? I was about to introduce myself when I heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone ripped a hole in the very fabric of reality and pierced it with a yell. Please, it was barely a bark. It made blood freeze in my vein. Heard panting heavy footsteps. I turned around. You turn around immediately. And when I did, I stared at the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. Before I could beg permission, suddenly rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. Then I regained my composure. Carolyn and the werewolf on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Actually hit a button. So I went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the stuff Uncle Dragon used to like with that old blank. Hey, why can't I say that? Blank. What the blank? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Ugh. Anyway, I was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. What's coping about it by joking? It's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. Used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable, angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried scentless. Till we let her say not look for me and their savings missing. I swore we were going to kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out the solution is to get up problems for everyone as possible, idiot. Did you talk about it with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. So I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop long enough for start listening to me. I threatened them if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would never have done that, of course, but they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Look mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. Question mark? Sat them down, did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. Sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well. Anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If I'd known we would help them the best we could. The very last would have been slowly shed with scratch-proof walls for full moon. You think what would have happened, though? So we decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or evoking things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep, too. But they had to talk about it. The silent treatment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before we realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. I thought I'd see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest, but it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still a problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he could still barely control himself. It helped him realize that even a cure wouldn't change what he's done. He has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secret ascension. Sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon and helped him promise to take up and deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's happy ending. I just realized I didn't check the tarot cards of the other 2. The world. Interesting. Very worldly values. And the Fool. Actually, the Fool means beginnings, a new start. So, interesting. And then the world is the end, the culmination of the journey. The knowledge obtained by such a thing. Also lawful neutral, chaotic neutral? Oh boy. Chaotic neutral? Yikes. Sometimes chaotic neutral means chaotic stupid, just for the sake of argument. Also, let's see where this other adventure is. Wyvern Chimera. Yep. Has that one. And then down here's the Moon Swamp. Evelyn. Darkwood Thicket. And the Dark Marsh. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending. Rather, the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your Holy session, you decide to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. I had to update you on everything nonstop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah. Said something about being for you, Innkeep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Well... So a drink, what can I offer you, Carolyn? Surprise me if something fits my brawn. Makes me the usual. Strength never gets old. But of course. Still haven't unpacked the infusions yet. Anyway, so... Southern Brawler, as usual. Which again, 3-part strength. One part charisma. And 1 part defense. And pet Andu there. Apparently, he liked that. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something to calm me down? Maybe bring my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? Had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Ah, yes, the old swift strike. This is 3 parts agility. One part intelligence. And 1 part defense. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do like they pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count as a payment for your help for the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you late. Tur? Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. Huh, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. Just prefer if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd happily be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make it a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Oh, it's our mysterious stranger again. Good evening to you too. Oh. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. Funny. Alright, Zephyr. There you are. Zephyr. You're an air echo. 25, he, class rogue, background Themis. Chaotic good, and the moon. Ah yes, the moon representing mystery and shadows. The darkness. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest, go to the castle, get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one's gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle. Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. She was only there at night. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes, we guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood? Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but if animals seem to steer clear of Merrill Castle, they say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. Anything that tries to merges into her land one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt, feeding rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do they not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret, or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude, I suppose. Nothing worse than stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed. You must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. Definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm the one with the shadows, the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. You usually swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and pay cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could go with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow me to dip into parts of yourself that you're perfectly aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say what you trade them for. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. You're swift with your hands and fast with a knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks, and some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. I was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could either benefit from fey crystals or frozen pine cones. For magical prosperity, hurt those trying to harm you. Straight for Avalon, allegedly. You can fuse to turn you invisible, eventually. For a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think it'd be useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? If you're evident, maybe of the undead nature. So must be strong and vigorous. I want to stake her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. Some frost armor should be a help with the fangs. Or perhaps, the smarter route would be evade her wrath entirely. Out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. She may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invisibility to help with that. Should speed and agility not be enough? Help me with a decision and keep your wisdom is no secret, is it? You are a rogue. Access to infusions, so I have to be careful how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way I have used different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so I make the correct recipe. Try adding infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Alright, so I would like to make you swift and stealthy. So I shall make you a swift strike. But I need the infusion of invisibility. So put a Fey crystal in there. Oops. There we go. I do have to put it in. Okay, so I need swiftness. 1, 2. So I only need 2 parts of that. And there's a swift strike with invisibility. Here you go. Drink that. All vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission, but you steal something in keep. This is no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Ha! Good one. It tastes like not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are swift and quiet as the wind. And she can't see me. Goodbye, innkeep. I would pray the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie in the realm of keepers. I should be damned if they tune my fate, except we can see again after next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Zephyr is a different couple, to say at least. They're caught in their own fantasy of an edgy rogue. They seem to be stuck talking or brooding like one too. He takes all things dangerous and mysterious. Or at least he pretends he does. Yep. Vengeance makes for a bitter end. Hey, Carolyn. Oh. I'm taking this quest. And a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that'll wake me up and keep me up too. Well, of course, we are still making Southern Brawlers for you, because that is what you drink. 1, 2, 3 part strength, 1 part charisma, and 1 part defense. Silly warrior. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it too soon for another quest? You just returned. It had been hours since I'd done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit too long, I feel like my bones are scraping and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from Chimera for a vampire sunscreen. That can be reckless than that. I could by taking Alfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't get vampire, get the Chimera goo themselves. It's a wyvern Chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, ever did their own quest. The quest would be in shambles. Be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a Chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian. Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Alright. The 3 infusions I have so far. Frozen Pine Crone. Protection against physical or magical. Fey Crystal. Visibility is perfect day for stealth quests as well as hunting. Very helpful in avoiding fights. Fire resistance. Fighting enemies that will burn you to ashes. Helps a bunch when fighting draconic creatures, but does not protect against lava. Okay. Obviously, we're doing fire armor. Chimeras switches all the time. They were guardians, protectors of the realms. So staying separate to protect something else seems in line with doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You did a piss poor job. Thank you. It's blasphemy. What you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. I've sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? Less about guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little bit about Chimera. It's a dragon head, right? Yes. A modeled efforts creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me Dad stories about dragons all the time. Grand creations are enjoyed. Excuse me. Not sure if it's true. She always claimed you met each realm keepers themselves. I have little keepsakes from them all. So there's one of those passed on to me before she passed? Left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moment somewhere else. I'd like to think she visited one of the dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. Alright, what rumor did I unlock? Yeah, there's that. Great sword. Undead snails. Toy Story is all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, it's the only ever kind she encountered. Had quarrels with the feline ones, different species of scales, even a cow one I think, but never a wyvern one all those years. Would have been nice to tell her the story when I returned. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell me a story to me. I don't know if Wicked Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't the priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic blank. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. I ain't rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Carolyn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? Prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'd be happy to hear how some crowd review to help you with a quest. Nah, sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a bit of boost for this body couldn't hurt. I heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll be too hardy to bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked a lot about how you enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I outsmart it with the right play. Need some intelligence for that. Wouldn't be risking it all on a bad idea. Sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of Phoenix Chili would make you fire resistant. That'd be useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. On the topic of trickery. No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. I don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. I think defense would be helpful. So I'll make a defense with fire protection. So, chiles. And then a little defense. And then a little speed. Or charisma. Actually, Frosted Lagoon is made with charisma. There we go. One Frosted Lagoon. With fire protection. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I'd almost take a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less. That might solve his problems. Might. But way has the solution ever been fun? Good point. See what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting here to exploits upon your return. Act 3, Act 1, Part 4, Starlight Sonata. Stop soon, unfortunately. See how far I can get with this. Oh, a new person. Hey, Innkeep. Hey, Chrissy, long time no see. So, true, it's been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do? Yeah. The birds seem to be a slight uproar, like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have sixth sense, you know. Alright. Oh, not in my book yet. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What it'll be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. It's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits, of course. So what I'll need instead is something to protect me from the weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. If that makes sense. I'll see what I can do. So we're doing the defense again, a Frosted Lagoon. One part charisma, 1 part strength, 3 parts defense. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. Especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. I'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech magazine. Sounds exciting. Be slight to behold, but do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs? Gnomes? 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 I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas. They're pretty shy, but they're crafty, cute little trinkets. I always want to have one for my tavern. If I run into a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you. That'll be known to be excited for. How about you? Geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. Still don't have her on the wall. Okay, anyway. And the sun tickles on the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things would be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints so this time I run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, cinnamon green-cheeked cod... lovely bunch. I hadn't even spelled that. Release them back in the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Rudy and Merlin along with the invention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under the doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long and keep. See you soon. Oh, Fable. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Karen's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left, in case she has something passed on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellation of the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot more of a reflection of the pools than Primordial Sea. She promised to teach me about that too. Can't wait to learn about sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellation. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well... What is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. It reminded the very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh. What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer chose to miss the stars of their twin reflections, I imagine a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. It could also be a Big Dipper. Is that a page? Log, quest, rumors, characters, map. Oh, interesting. The different things are positives and negatives, I see. That'll probably be a thing later. I think it also could be a Big Dipper. A Big Dipper? Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small. Do you think there's a world somewhere with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky? There might be. Maybe the Big Dipper is just part of a large constellation. A bear, for example. A bear. Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming up something now. Most likely. Are you one of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or primordial sea? Oh, shoot. Astral. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down. Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks, not sure how to make those just yet, especially with those with the right balance. Still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make something that would keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I could use a reminder. Of course, try something with dexterity. A swift strike should be a safe bet. Thank you. One moment. Do. I mean, yeah, Swift Strike is a safe bet. Which again, we are 3 parts dexterity. And then 1 part defense. And then 1 part in... Oh, come on. There it goes. Intelligence. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here for a bit if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, Green Creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did. Ha! I knew it. Your silly tricks won't work on me, mortal. Or, well, I'm not certain you are mortal, but you have silly tricks nonetheless. This is by the new alleyways that have formed themselves around your establishment. Perhaps I haven't got lost in them, and they're winding past in dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack, I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I'm very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but I underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide and seek world champion, I would never lose such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotten yet, dear innkeep. It's so many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of match well worn, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that'd be well deserved. The delicious blood of yours made it on the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have the hum of that fox blood instead. Make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. Southern Brawler. 1 part charisma. 3 part strength. And 1 part defense. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, Innkeep. Nothing can make me happier would be a drink lovingly tilted. Keep drinking, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how was the retrieval of my cape? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's a very little water involved. It wouldn't be so sure. But Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one's swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure you'll return, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous. Speaking of these several teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation, so she choose any day she chose today. Yes, tomorrow's day off and spend a vacation with her. But I wanted to follow get a sleeve caught on fire in my hand and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also very bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that made anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Ray anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed a new friend in no time. Very tall, brooding, just how I like him. Required to try his dark armor swirling onyx bone. He said I would take it when he turned me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting. He said great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I felt like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would never agree to that. This is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Me. He said, an old friend of yours. Very curious how your inn is doing. You're saying your praises, of course. He asked me to deliver your greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations, faux peace, and your precious innkeep. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. I only remember his name. Does my description ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe we went to school together. I heard many friendships are foreign in such halls. Maybe. Do you want me to tell more about my time at the market? Well, certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend brought a delightful raven figure with eyes of starlet. Please don't call him that. I wish never had our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on in my heart. Anyhow, I said a gift for myself to celebrate dawning the monthly astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia, so dearly. It's the most beautiful month, is she not? Having starlight in the previously willow. Once a year, she's close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she's the harbor of yearning, end of change. I wonder how she'll change this month. I'll be more capeful and sunscreen by the end of it. Maybe a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous thing compared to outcomes that I would buy it the most. And the master room is no longer who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises a morning, but maybe celebration, could it not? For example, star vampires, now she likes me. True change can be before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. It's sweet of my blood. I'll have a lot of it. I would hope you do. It runs warm when people are kind to me. All my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There's nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that you'd like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? Polite young man gave me a letter delivered to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now is the right time for the letter. Not enough moonlight. Wouldn't it be kind of romantic? Longly dwelling memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said you hope she'll enjoy them. Fireworks, doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they're part of a private event. I think it'll be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but what is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful. They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Part 5, Picking Up the Pieces. But I gotta stop. So we got through the first act. Hopefully our adventurers have adventured well. But this is the end of the story for now. Such a good time. I love these talk games. It's been fun. Should try to find more of them. But yep, I enjoyed it. Don't know what I'm doing next week right off the top, but I'm sure something interesting, something different. We'll see. But until next time, everybody, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next time.